Tonight, you do not have to carry the weight of the world anymore. All the stress, all the overthinking, all the quiet battles you fought today can finally rest. Because right now, in the stillness of this night, you are not alone. The Good Shepherd is near. You do not need to figure out tomorrow before you sleep. You do not need to stay strong for one more moment. And you do not need to hold every burden in your hands tonight. The shepherd who never sleeps is watching over you. So let your breathing slow down. Let every anxious thought gently drift away. And imagine yourself walking into peaceful green pastures where the air is calm, the waters are still, and your soul can finally rest. Tonight is not a night for fear. Tonight is a night for peace. You are safe. You are held. And you are deeply loved by God. So close your eyes now and rest in the presence of the shepherd. Tonight, before you drift into sleep, remember something your tired heart may have forgotten. You are not unseen. Not tonight. Not in this moment. Not even in the quiet battles you never speak about. The shepherd knows your name. He knows the thoughts circling through your mind today. He knows the moments that drained your strength. He knows the hidden worries you carried silently while pretending everything was fine. And tonight, he is near. As you settle into your bed and allow your body to relax, let this truth gently wash over your spirit. You do not have to carry the weight of the world anymore. For this moment, you can rest. The shepherd who created the stars above you is also the one watching over your heart tonight. He is not distant. He is not cold. He is already here. So let your breathing slow down now. Take a slow, gentle breath in and softly breathe out every anxious thought. Again, slowly in and slowly out. Feel the tension leaving your shoulders. Feel the heaviness beginning to melt away. There is nothing you need to prove tonight. You are safe. Somewhere beyond the noise of this world, beyond the pressure and endless demands of life, there is a quiet place prepared for your soul. A place where the shepherd leads you beside still waters. A place where fear loses its voice. A place where your tired mind can finally become still. Imagine yourself walking there now. The night air is cool and peaceful. The grass beneath your feet is soft. The sky above you is calm and filled with gentle light. And beside you walks the shepherd. You do not need to search for him. You do not need to beg for his attention. He has been beside you the entire time, even on the days you felt forgotten, even in the moments when loneliness wrapped around your heart. The shepherd knew. He saw every silent ache, every hidden disappointment, every fear about tomorrow, and still, he stayed. Tonight, let yourself rest in that kind of love, a love that does not leave when you are weak, a love that remains when your strength is gone, a love that watches over you while you sleep. You are deeply known by God, not as a stranger, not as a distant soul lost in the crowd, but personally, gently, lovingly. He knows your voice. He knows your story. He knows the wounds you try to hide from others. And tonight, he is holding your weary heart with tenderness. So you can stop replaying the day now. You can stop trying to solve every problem before morning comes. The shepherd is already ahead of you in tomorrow. Before the sun rises, he will already be there. Before you wake, his mercy will already be waiting. So rest now. Rest without fear. Rest without striving. Rest without carrying everything alone. You were never meant to carry it all by yourself. The shepherd walks with you, even now, while the room grows quieter, even now, while your eyes grow heavier, even now, while your thoughts begin to slow like gentle waves upon still waters, he remains close. You are not abandoned tonight. The shepherd knows the path you are walking. He understands the weight you have carried for far too long. Maybe lately you have felt tired in places words cannot fully explain, not just in your body, but in your spirit. But tonight, you do not have to stay strong anymore. Tonight, the shepherd is carrying you. So let your heart rest. Let every fearful thought loosen its grip. Let every burden slowly slip from your hands. You are held safely in the presence of God. Nothing about you is forgotten. Not your prayers, not your tears, not your hopes. The shepherd heard them all, and as sleep slowly comes closer tonight, may your soul remember this peaceful truth. You are fully known, fully seen, and fully loved. The shepherd is watching over you, so sleep now in peace. Sleep knowing you are safe. Sleep knowing heaven has not forgotten you. Sleep knowing that through every dark hour of the night, the shepherd remains awake, watching, protecting, loving, and leading your soul gently into rest. The shepherd knows how tired you have become, not just physically, but deep inside your heart. There are burdens you have carried for so long that you no longer remember what it feels like to fully rest. Responsibilities, worries, silent fears about tomorrow, they have followed you through so many days and nights. But tonight, the shepherd is gently asking you to lay them down. You do not have to carry tomorrow before it arrives. You do not have to solve every problem tonight. And you do not have to keep holding yourself together while your soul quietly grows exhausted. The shepherd is already waiting in tomorrow. Before the morning sun rises, he will already be there. Before a single anxious thought enters your mind, his peace will already be reaching towards you. So tonight, let yourself rest. Let the future remain in God's hands for a little while. Imagine yourself standing beside a calm and peaceful river beneath the soft glow of the night sky. The water moves slowly and quietly. The air is cool against your skin. Everything around you feels safe and still. And beside you stands the shepherd. He is not rushing you. He is not demanding strength from you. He is simply inviting you to rest beside still waters. You were never meant to carry every burden alone. Some worries were too heavy for your heart from the beginning. Yet so often, you tried anyway. You stayed awake replaying conversations. You imagined every possible outcome. You carried fears about the future that had not even happened yet. And slowly, the weight became heavier. But tonight, the shepherd whispers softly to your weary soul, "Give it to me now." Give him the fear about tomorrow. Give him the pressure you keep carrying. Give him the questions you cannot answer tonight. You do not need to know everything right now in order to rest. The shepherd already knows the road ahead, even the parts you cannot yet see. So breathe slowly now. Let your breathing become calm and gentle. With every slow breath out, release another burden. With every quiet moment, allow your heart to become lighter. You are safe here. The shepherd is watching over your future while you rest tonight. Nothing surprises him. Nothing confuses him. Nothing is beyond his care. Even now, while your thoughts begin to slow down, he is already preparing peace for tomorrow. And maybe lately, your mind has been restless. Maybe you have been carrying concerns about your family, your health, your finances, or the uncertainty of the future. Maybe your heart has quietly asked questions in the dark that nobody else has heard. What if things do not get better? What if I fail? What if I am not strong enough? But tonight, the shepherd is gently reminding you that you were never asked to carry life alone. You are being guided. Even in moments when you cannot see the path clearly, the shepherd still sees it perfectly. He knows where the peaceful waters are. He knows where safety is waiting, and he knows how to lead your tired soul back into rest. So stop fighting tomorrow tonight. Tomorrow does not belong in your hands right now. This moment is for rest. This moment is for peace. This moment is for allowing your soul to breathe again. The shepherd has carried people through valleys far darker than the fears you hold tonight. and He will carry you too. So let your shoulders soften, let your thoughts become quieter, let the tension slowly leave your body as you settle deeper into stillness. The shepherd is near. You do not need to perform for Him. You do not need perfect faith tonight. You only need to rest in His presence. Even now, while the night grows quieter around you, the shepherd remains awake, watching over every detail of your life, watching over the things you understand and even the things you do not. And while you sleep tonight, heaven will continue working quietly on your behalf. The shepherd never stops caring for you, not for a single moment. So release the future now. Release the fear. Release the pressure. Release the need to control every outcome. And let your weary soul rest beside still waters. The shepherd is already ahead of you in tomorrow. And because He is there, you can finally sleep. And now the shepherd is leading you somewhere peaceful, far away from the noise of the world, far away from pressure, fear, and endless rushing. There is a quiet place where your soul can finally breathe again. The green pastures are waiting for you tonight. Imagine yourself walking slowly through soft fields beneath a calm evening sky. The air feels cool and gentle against your skin. A soft breeze moves through the grass. Everything around you feels still, safe, and filled with peace. There is no danger here, no pressure here, no fear waiting around the corner. Only rest. The shepherd walks beside you quietly. His presence is calm, steady, safe. And with every step beside Him, the weight you carried all day begins to feel lighter. The tension in your body slowly starts to loosen. The stress in your mind begins to fade. Even your breathing becomes softer and slower. You are finally beginning to rest. The shepherd knows how exhausted this world has made you. He knows the constant noise you have lived around, the demands, the rushing, the worries that followed you into the night again and again. But this place is different. Here, your soul does not have to fight to feel safe. Here, your mind does not have to stay alert. Here, you are allowed to let go. So let your shoulders relax now. Let your jaw soften. Let your hands become still. Let every heavy thought slowly drift away like clouds disappearing into the night sky. You are safe in these green pastures. The shepherd prepared this place for weary souls like yours, a place where anxious thoughts grow quiet, a place where fear loses its voice, a place where tired hearts can finally rest without carrying the burdens of tomorrow. And maybe it has been a long time since you truly felt at peace. Maybe your mind has stayed busy for so long that silence almost feels unfamiliar. But tonight, the shepherd is gently teaching your soul how to rest again, not through pressure, not through striving, but through His presence. Because real peace is not found in controlling everything around you. Real peace is found beside the shepherd, and right now, He is near. So breathe slowly again. Take a long, peaceful breath in, and softly breathe out every remaining worry. Again, slowly in, and gently out. Feel your body sinking deeper into rest. The grass beneath you is soft. The night air is calm. The stars above shine quietly in the distance, and the shepherd remains beside you. You do not have to fear the night. You do not have to fear tomorrow. You are being watched over with perfect love. Even now, while your eyes grow heavier, while your thoughts become quieter, while your soul settles into stillness, the shepherd continues leading you beside peaceful waters and gentle fields of rest. Nothing can separate you from His care tonight. Not your past, not your fears, not your failures, not even the uncertainty you carry about the future. The shepherd's presence is greater than all of it. So rest now in these green pastures. Rest where your spirit can breathe again. Rest where your heart can finally become still. Rest where heaven gently reminds you that you were never meant to carry life alone. The shepherd is with you here. And as the quiet night surrounds you, as peace slowly fills every corner of your tired soul, allow yourself to drift deeper and deeper into complete rest. The shepherd is still awake, watching over you, protecting you, leading you gently into peace. And tonight, in these green pastures, you can finally let go. The shepherd is leading you beside still waters tonight. Waters untouched by fear. Waters untouched by stress, noise, and endless worry. And as you rest here beside him, your mind no longer has to race from thought to thought searching for peace. You can finally become still. So many thoughts have passed through your mind lately. Questions about tomorrow, memories from the past. Conversations you replay again and again in the quiet hours of the night. Sometimes the noise inside your mind becomes so loud that true rest feels far away, but the shepherd is gently calming those waters now. Imagine yourself sitting beside a peaceful river beneath the soft glow of moonlight. The water moves slowly and quietly. No storms, no crashing waves, only calmness stretching into the stillness of the night. And beside you sits the shepherd. He is not rushing you. He is not disappointed in your weakness. He understands every burden your mind has been carrying. So tonight, you do not have to hold on to every anxious thought anymore. Let them drift slowly away like leaves floating down the quiet river. Let the fear go. Let the pressure go. Let the exhaustion go. The shepherd is here, and his presence is quieter than fear but stronger than all of it. Feel your breathing becoming slower now. Feel the tension leaving your mind little by little. The thoughts that once felt heavy are beginning to lose their power in the presence of perfect peace. You are safe here. Nothing needs to be solved right now. Nothing needs to be figured out tonight. This moment is simply for resting beside still waters. The shepherd already holds tomorrow safely in his hands. So your mind can finally become quiet. Your soul can finally breathe. And your heart can finally rest. For so long, your thoughts may have carried you from one worry to another without stopping. Even when your body became tired, your mind kept running, thinking, replaying, preparing for problems that may never even come. And little by little, your spirit became weary. But tonight, beside these still waters, the shepherd is inviting your soul into a different kind of place. A place where peace is not rushed. A place where silence feels gentle instead of lonely. A place where your heart no longer has to stay guarded. You can rest here. The shepherd is watching over every detail of your life tonight. Every prayer you whispered quietly, every fear you tried to hide, every burden you carried without telling anyone else. He saw it all, and still, his presence remains calm beside you. So let your thoughts slow down now, like the peaceful river before you. There is no danger here, only the quiet sound of flowing water. Only the cool night air resting softly around you. Only the steady presence of the shepherd staying close beside your soul. Even now, while the night grows deeper and quieter, you are being cared for. You are not forgotten. The shepherd understands the heaviness you carried into this night, the worries about the future, the silent stress resting inside your chest, the exhaustion that words sometimes cannot explain, and slowly, gently, he is lifting those burdens from your spirit. You do not need to hold on to them anymore. The river beside you keeps flowing softly through the darkness, steady, peaceful, unafraid. And the shepherd is teaching your heart to become like those still waters, calm, quiet, at rest. So breathe deeply again now. Take another slow breath in and softly breathe out every remaining fear. Again, slowly in and gently out. Feel the peace of this moment settling deeper into your body. Your shoulders are relaxing. Your thoughts are becoming lighter. Your breathing is becoming slower and softer. The shepherd is near. Nothing about tonight is out of his control. While you rest beside these still waters, he continues watching over you with perfect love. Even the future you fear most is already seen clearly by him. And because the shepherd walks ahead of you, you no longer have to fear what tomorrow may bring. Tonight is not a night for striving. Tonight is a night for stillness, a night for quiet waters, a night for deep peace, a night for allowing your weary soul to finally rest in the presence of God. So let your eyes grow heavy now. Let the calmness of these still waters carry your thoughts farther and farther away from stress and fear. The shepherd remains beside you, watching, protecting, comforting, and leading your soul gently into peaceful rest. Tonight, the shepherd is gently restoring your soul, not only your body, but the deep and hidden places inside you that have quietly become tired over time. There are wounds people never saw, moments that drained your spirit, disappointments you carried silently, nights when your heart felt heavy, even though you tried to appear strong. But the shepherd saw every part of it. And tonight, while the world around you grows quiet, he is drawing near to the weary places inside your soul with tenderness and peace. You do not have to hide your exhaustion from him. You do not have to pretend you are stronger than you truly feel. The shepherd already understands. He knows the burdens you carry today. He knows the thoughts that kept returning to your mind. He knows the sadness you rarely speak about. And still, his love for you remains gentle and constant. So let yourself rest now. Rest deeply. Rest without fear of being judged. Rest without pressure to hold everything together. Rest knowing the shepherd is caring for your soul tonight. Imagine yourself lying peacefully beneath a quiet night sky filled with soft stars. The air around you feels calm and cool. A gentle breeze moves through the grass beside you. Everything feels still. And nearby, the shepherd remains watching over you. His presence feels safe, not loud, not demanding, only peaceful, like warm light softly reaching into every tired part of your heart. And slowly, the heaviness you carried begins to loosen. The stress inside your chest starts to fade. The sadness inside your thoughts becomes quieter. Even the hidden fears you tried to ignore begin losing their strength in the presence of perfect love. The shepherd is restoring you, little by little, breath by breath, moment by moment. Sometimes life leaves the soul exhausted in ways the body cannot explain. There are seasons when people keep moving forward while carrying pain nobody else can see. And after a while, the heart quietly grows tired. But tonight, you do not have to carry that weariness alone anymore. The shepherd is beside you, and his presence brings healing to weary souls. So breathe slowly now. Take a long, peaceful breath in, and softly breathe out every remaining tension. Again, slowly in and gently out. Feel your body becoming heavier with rest. Feel your mind becoming calmer. The shepherd is giving your soul permission to stop striving tonight. You do not need to solve everything before morning comes. You do not need to understand every part of your journey right now. Some healing happens quietly in the stillness. Some restoration happens while resting in the presence of God. And even now, while your eyes grow heavier and the night becomes quieter around you, the shepherd continues working gently within your soul, healing old fears, softening painful memories, bringing peace to anxious places inside your heart. Nothing about your pain has been unseen. Not the tears you never explained, not the loneliness you tried to hide, not the silent moments when you wondered if anyone truly understood how tired you felt. The shepherd understood, and he stayed close through all of it. Tonight, his peace surrounds you like a calm blanket resting softly over your soul. You are safe here. safe enough to stop fighting every fearful thought, safe enough to let your guarded heart finally rest, safe enough to become still in the care of the shepherd. And as you continue resting here beside him, your soul begins remembering something beautiful. You were never meant to live without peace. You were created to walk closely with the shepherd, created to rest beside still waters, created to be carried through difficult valleys, created to live beneath the comfort of his presence. So tonight, let the shepherd restore the weary places inside you. Let his peace reach the deepest corners of your heart. Let his presence quiet every fear that tried to follow you into this night. You are not alone. You are being restored by the one who loves you completely. And while the world sleeps around you, the shepherd remains awake, watching over your soul with tenderness, protecting you with perfect care, and leading you gently, slowly, peacefully into deep and healing rest. Tonight, the shepherd is already preparing the path ahead of you. Even though you cannot fully see tomorrow, he can. Every moment waiting ahead, every unanswered question, every situation that has been troubling your heart lately, the shepherd already stands ahead of you in peace. And because of that, you do not have to spend this night trapped in fear or overthinking. You can rest. Maybe lately, your mind has been carrying too many questions. What will happen tomorrow? Will everything be okay? Will the burdens ever become lighter? And perhaps there were moments when your heart quietly became tired from trying to hold everything together alone. But tonight, the shepherd is gently reminding you that you were never meant to walk through life without guidance. You are being led, even now. So let your breathing slow down again. Take a peaceful breath in and softly breathe out every fear about tomorrow. Again, slowly in and gently out. Feel your heart becoming calmer. The shepherd is near, and tonight, he is asking you to trust him with the road ahead. Imagine yourself walking down a quiet path beneath the soft glow of moonlight. The night is calm. The air feels cool and peaceful against your skin. In the distance, you can hear the gentle sound of flowing water. And ahead of you walks the shepherd. He knows exactly where the path leads. There are no wrong turns in his care, no hidden fear beyond his protection, no darkness too deep for his presence to reach. So tonight, you do not need to carry the future on your shoulders anymore. The shepherd is already carrying what has been weighing down your heart. And maybe someone listening tonight has been secretly exhausted from worrying all the time. Always thinking, always preparing, always fearing what could go wrong next. Have you felt that way lately? If you have, you are not alone. So many weary hearts quietly carry those same fears into the night, but the shepherd sees every anxious thought before you even speak it aloud, and still, his voice remains gentle, not condemning, not angry, only calm and full of peace. So allow yourself to slow down now. You do not need to rush through this moment. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw relax. Let your thoughts settle like calm waters beneath the night sky. You are safe here. The shepherd is guiding you one step at a time. Even when you feel uncertain, he remains certain. Even when you feel weak, he remains strong. Even when you cannot see the way forward, he continues leading you with perfect wisdom. And perhaps tonight, your soul simply needs the reminder that you do not have to figure everything out before you sleep. Tomorrow belongs to God. This moment belongs to rest. So stop carrying conversations that already ended. Stop replaying fears that may never happen. Stop trying to control what is beyond your hands tonight. The shepherd is already working in places you cannot see. Even now, while the night grows deeper and quieter around you, heaven continues moving gently on your behalf. If this peaceful moment is helping your heart feel lighter tonight, stay here with the shepherd a little longer. Allow these quiet moments of peace to settle deeply into your spirit. The shepherd is not in a hurry with you. He walks slowly beside tired souls, patiently, lovingly, tenderly. And as you continue down this peaceful path with him, notice how your breathing becomes calmer. Notice how the heaviness inside your chest slowly begins to loosen. Notice how fear starts losing its voice in the presence of perfect peace. This is what happens when weary hearts stop striving and begin resting beside the shepherd. So breathe deeply once more. Take another slow breath in and gently breathe out every remaining burden. The shepherd is still ahead of you, still guiding you, still protecting you, still watching over every detail of your life tonight. Nothing about your future is unknown to him. Not the doors that will open, not the prayers waiting to be answered, not the difficult moments he will help you walk through. The shepherd already knows the way, and because he knows the way, you can finally let your soul rest tonight. You are not walking through tomorrow alone. The shepherd goes before you, and while your eyes grow heavier, while your thoughts become quieter, while peace slowly settles over your heart like soft rain in the night, the shepherd remains close, leading you gently forward, leading you safely onward, and leading your weary soul into deep and peaceful rest. Even in the darkest valley, the shepherd remains with you. There are moments in life when the night feels heavier than usual, moments when fear quietly enters the heart, moments when loneliness feels deeper and the future feels uncertain. Perhaps you have felt that kind of heaviness before. Maybe there were nights when your thoughts became so loud that sleep felt far away. Nights when worries followed you into the darkness. Nights when your heart quietly asked, "Will everything truly be okay?" But tonight, the shepherd is gently reminding your soul of something peaceful and powerful. You are not walking through the darkness alone. Even here, especially here, the shepherd stays close beside you. Imagine yourself walking through a quiet valley beneath the night sky. Tall hills rise around you, but above them, the stars still shine softly in the distance. The air is cool and still. The path beneath your feet feels calm and steady. And beside you walks the shepherd. Not behind you, not far away from you, beside you. Every step you take, he takes with you. And slowly, the fear that once felt overwhelming begins losing its power, because fear grows weaker in the presence of the shepherd. The darkness may still exist around you, but it no longer controls your heart. The shepherd's presence is greater than every fear trying to follow you tonight. Greater than the fear of tomorrow. Greater than the fear of failure. Greater than the fear of being alone. You are being protected even now. So let your breathing slow again. Take a long, peaceful breath in and gently breathe out every fearful thought. Again, slowly in and softly out. Feel your body becoming calmer. Feel the tightness inside your chest beginning to loosen. The shepherd is near, and his presence is bringing peace into the darkest places of your heart tonight. Sometimes valleys are not physical places. Sometimes they are seasons of life, seasons of exhaustion, seasons of grief, seasons where the soul quietly feels tired and overwhelmed. And maybe someone listening tonight has been walking through a valley like that. A valley of stress, a valley of uncertainty, a valley filled with silent worries no one else fully understands. Have you been carrying something heavy lately? If you have, the shepherd sees it clearly. You do not have to hide your fears from him. You do not have to pretend you are unshaken. The shepherd already knows the battles inside your mind tonight. And still, he walks beside you with gentleness, not condemning you for being tired, not abandoning you because of fear, but comforting you with steady love and protection. Even now, while the valley around you feels quiet and dark, the shepherd remains awake, watching carefully over every step you take. There is no shadow too deep for his presence, no night too long for his care, no fear too powerful for his peace. So tonight, allow your soul to rest in that truth. The shepherd has never left you. Not in your hardest days, not in your most fearful nights, not even in the moments when you felt forgotten. He was still there. And he is still here now. Notice how the valley slowly begins feeling less frightening as you continue walking beside him. The path feels calmer now. The night feels quieter. Your breathing feels softer and slower. Because peace is beginning to settle deeply into your soul. The shepherd is protecting you from fears you can see, and even fears you cannot see. His presence surrounds you like a shelter in the night. Safe, steady, unshakable. So let your thoughts rest now. You do not need to stay alert anymore. You do not need to carry every fear through the night. The shepherd is watching while you sleep. And if this peaceful moment is comforting your heart tonight, remain here a little longer beside the shepherd. Let the calmness of his presence settle deeper into your spirit. You are safe here, safe enough to breathe deeply, safe enough to release the fears you carried into this night, safe enough to let your tired soul finally rest. The valley will not last forever. The shepherd is leading you through it, not abandoning you inside it. Step by step, breath by breath, night after night, he continues guiding you toward peace. And as your eyes grow heavier now, as your thoughts drift farther away from fear and stress, allow yourself to settle completely into the shepherd's care. He remains beside you in the darkness, watching, protecting, comforting, and leading your soul gently into deep and peaceful sleep. Even in the darkest valley, the shepherd remains with you. There are moments in life when the night feels heavier than usual, moments when fear quietly enters the heart, moments when loneliness feels deeper and the future feels uncertain. Perhaps you have felt that kind of heaviness before. Maybe there were nights when your thoughts became so loud that sleep felt far away. Nights when worries followed you into the darkness. Nights when your heart quietly asked, will everything truly be okay? But tonight, the shepherd is gently reminding your soul of something peaceful and powerful. You are not walking through the darkness alone. Even here, especially here, the shepherd stays close beside you. Imagine yourself walking through a quiet valley beneath the night sky. Tall hills rise around you, but above them, the stars still shine softly in the distance. The air is cool and still. The path beneath your feet feels calm and steady. And beside you walks the shepherd. Not behind you, not far away from you, beside you. Every step you take, he takes with you. And slowly, the fear that once felt overwhelming begins losing its power, because fear grows weaker in the presence of the shepherd. The darkness may still exist around you, but it no longer controls your heart. The shepherd's presence is greater than every fear trying to follow you tonight. Greater than the fear of tomorrow, greater than the fear of failure, greater than the fear of being alone. You are being protected even now. So let your breathing slow again. Take a long, peaceful breath in and gently breathe out every fearful thought. Again, slowly in and softly out. Feel your body becoming calmer. Feel the tightness inside your chest beginning to loosen. The shepherd is near, and his presence is bringing peace into the darkest places of your heart tonight. Sometimes valleys are not physical places. Sometimes they are seasons of life, seasons of exhaustion, seasons of grief, seasons where the soul quietly feels tired and overwhelmed. And maybe someone listening tonight has been walking through a valley like that. A valley of stress, a valley of uncertainty, a valley filled with silent worries no one else fully understands. Have you been carrying something heavy lately? If you have, the shepherd sees it clearly. You do not have to hide your fears from him. You do not have to pretend you are unshaken. The shepherd already knows the battles inside your mind tonight. And still, he walks beside you with gentleness, not condemning you for being tired, not abandoning you because of fear, but comforting you with steady love and protection. Even now, While the valley around you feels quiet and dark, the shepherd remains awake, watching carefully over every step you take. There is no shadow too deep for his presence, no night too long for his care, no fear too powerful for his peace. So tonight, allow your soul to rest in that truth. The shepherd has never left you. Not in your hardest days, not in your most fearful nights, not even in the moments when you felt forgotten. He was still there. And he is still here now. Notice how the valley slowly begins feeling less frightening as you continue walking beside him. The path feels calmer now. The night feels quieter. Your breathing feels softer and slower. Because peace is beginning to settle deeply into your soul. The shepherd is protecting you from fears you can see, and even fears you cannot see. His presence surrounds you like a shelter in the night. Safe, steady, unshakable. So let your thoughts rest now. You do not need to stay alert anymore. You do not need to carry every fear through the night. The shepherd is watching while you sleep. And if this peaceful moment is comforting your heart tonight, remain here a little longer beside the shepherd. Let the calmness of his presence settle deeper into your spirit. You are safe here, safe enough to breathe deeply, safe enough to release the fears you carried into this night, safe enough to let your tired soul finally rest. The valley will not last forever. The shepherd is leading you through it, not abandoning you inside it. Step by step, breath by breath, night after night, he continues guiding you toward peace. And as your eyes grow heavier now, as your thoughts drift farther away from fear and stress, allow yourself to settle completely into the shepherd's care. He remains beside you in the darkness, watching, protecting, comforting, and leading your soul gently into deep and peaceful sleep. Tonight, the shepherd's presence is becoming a shelter around you. A quiet shelter far away from fear, far away from pressure, far away from the endless noise that has followed your heart for so long. And here, in this peaceful stillness, your soul can finally breathe again. You do not need to stay guarded tonight. You do not need to keep carrying every burden alone. The shepherd is near. Imagine yourself resting beneath a calm night sky while a gentle breeze moves softly through the trees around you. The stars above shine quietly in the distance. Everything feels still, safe, peaceful. And beside you, the shepherd remains watching over you with perfect care. No fear can reach deeper than his peace. No darkness can overcome his presence. No anxious thought is stronger than his calm voice tonight. So slowly, your heart begins to relax. The tension inside your chest starts to loosen. The pressure inside your mind begins to fade. Even the worries you carried all day begin growing quieter in the stillness of his presence. You are safe here. Sometimes, life teaches people to stay constantly alert, always thinking, always preparing, always expecting something difficult to happen next. And after a while, the soul forgets how to truly rest. Maybe you have felt that way lately. Maybe your heart has stayed tired for longer than anyone realizes. Even during quiet moments, your thoughts continued running. Even while trying to sleep, worries kept returning. But tonight, the shepherd is gently inviting your soul into peace again. Not temporary peace, not fragile peace, but deep and steady peace that remains even while the world feels uncertain. Because true peace does not come from having control over everything. True peace comes from resting in the care of the shepherd, and right now, he is caring for you. So breathe deeply once more. Take a long, peaceful breath in, and slowly breathe out every remaining fear. Again, slowly in and gently out. Feel your body becoming heavier with rest. Feel your thoughts becoming slower and softer. The shepherd is calming every storm inside your heart tonight. Even the fears you never spoke aloud, he understands them completely. The fear of the future, the fear of loss, the fear of not being strong enough. The shepherd sees every hidden burden, and still, he stays close beside you. Not for a moment has he abandoned you. Not during your hardest days, not during your most restless nights, not even during the moments when your faith felt weak and your heart felt exhausted. He remained near. And tonight, his presence surrounds you like a peaceful shelter in the darkness. Safe, quiet, steady. A place where your soul no longer has to fight to survive. You can rest now. You can stop carrying every fearful thought through the night. The shepherd is already watching over tomorrow while you sleep. And maybe someone listening tonight truly needed this reminder. You are not forgotten. Your prayers have not disappeared into silence. Your tears were not unseen. Your exhaustion has not gone unnoticed. The shepherd knows. If your heart is beginning to feel lighter now, remain here in this peaceful moment a little longer. Allow your breathing to slow even more. Allow your soul to settle deeper into rest. The shepherd is patient with weary hearts. He does not rush healing. He does not shame weakness. He gently restores peace little by little. And even now, while the night grows deeper around you, while your eyes become heavier, while the noise inside your thoughts slowly fades away, the shepherd remains awake, watching over you with tenderness, protecting your weary soul with perfect care, and leading you gently into deeper and deeper peace. So let the night become quiet now. Let your fears become smaller. Let your heart finally rest beneath the shelter of the shepherd's presence. You are safe tonight. You are being watched over tonight. And you are not walking through this life alone. The shepherd remains beside you, calming your fears, quieting your thoughts, and guiding your soul softly into peaceful sleep tonight. Peace is being prepared for your soul even in the middle of an uncertain world. The shepherd is not only protecting you through the night, he is also surrounding you with a quiet kind of abundance that fear cannot take away. Even when life feels chaotic, even when the future feels unclear, even when your heart has grown tired from carrying too much for too long, the shepherd still prepares peace for you. Imagine yourself sitting at a long table in the middle of a peaceful field beneath the soft light of the evening sky. The grass moves gently in the breeze. Lanterns glow warmly around you. Everything feels calm, safe, and deeply still. And the shepherd is near. There is no rushing here, no pressure here, no fear controlling this moment, only peace. For so long, your soul may have felt emotionally exhausted, trying to stay strong, trying to stay hopeful, trying to keep moving forward even while carrying silent worries deep inside your heart. And after a while, weariness quietly settles into the spirit. Maybe you have felt that kind of exhaustion lately, the kind people cannot always see from the outside, a tiredness hidden behind polite smiles, a heaviness hidden beneath daily responsibilities, a silent ache that follows you into the night. But tonight, the shepherd is gently inviting you to sit down and rest in his presence. You do not have to fight for peace anymore. You do not have to earn rest. The shepherd freely offers it to weary souls. So breathe slowly now. Take a deep and peaceful breath in, and softly breathe out every burden you carried into this night. Again, slowly in and gently out. Feel the calmness around you becoming deeper. The shepherd understands every fear that tried to steal your peace recently. The fear of uncertainty, the fear of loss, the fear that things may never become lighter. But tonight, he is reminding your soul that peace is still possible even in difficult seasons, because true peace does not depend on perfect circumstances. True peace comes from the presence of the shepherd, and right now, his presence surrounds you completely. You are safe here. The table before you is filled not with fear, but with calmness, mercy, and rest. The shepherd is nourishing your weary spirit tonight. Little by little, the heaviness inside your chest begins to soften. The racing thoughts begin slowing down. The stress that followed you through the day no longer feels as powerful in this quiet moment. And perhaps someone listening tonight has spent far too long living in survival mode, always preparing for the next problem, always expecting disappointment, always carrying tension inside the body without realizing how exhausted the soul has become. Have you felt that way too? If you have, remain here a little longer tonight. Let yourself fully enter this peaceful place beside the shepherd. There is no shame in being tired. There is no weakness in needing rest. Even weary hearts deserve gentleness. And the shepherd knows exactly how to care for exhausted souls. So allow your breathing to become slower again. Let your shoulders relax more deeply. Let your hands grow still. The shepherd is teaching your body and spirit how to rest again. Notice how quiet the night has become around you. The soft movement of the wind, the calmness in the air, the peaceful stillness settling over the fields around you. Everything feels slower here, softer here, safer here. And the shepherd remains close beside you through every quiet moment of the night. Even now, while your eyes grow heavier, while your thoughts begin drifting farther away from stress and fear, his care continues surrounding you like a peaceful shelter. Nothing about your life is forgotten. Not your prayers, not your hopes, not the silent tears nobody else saw. The shepherd remembers all of it. And tonight, instead of fear filling your heart, peace is slowly taking its place. Deep peace, steady peace. The kind of peace that gently quiets anxious thoughts and allows tired souls to finally rest. So stop striving now. Stop replaying every fear. Stop carrying tomorrow into this moment. Tonight is not for fear. Tonight is for restoration. Tonight is for stillness. Tonight is for resting safely in the care of the shepherd. And while the world around you sleeps, the shepherd remains awake, watching over every detail of your life, protecting your heart with tenderness, guiding your thoughts into calmness, and preparing your weary soul for peaceful and healing rest. So let yourself drift deeper now, deeper into stillness, deeper into safety, deeper into peace. The shepherd is near. And you are finally allowed to rest tonight. The shepherd is reminding your soul that you were never created to live in constant fear. You were created for peace, not the temporary peace the world tries to offer, not the fragile peace that disappears when life becomes difficult, but deep and lasting peace that remains steady even in uncertain seasons. And tonight, that peace is slowly surrounding your heart. Imagine yourself resting beneath a wide and peaceful night sky. The stars above shine softly across the darkness. A cool breeze moves gently through the fields around you. Everything feels quiet, still, safe. And nearby, the shepherd remains watching over you with perfect care. Nothing about this night surprises him. Not the fears you carried into bed tonight, not the thoughts that kept circling through your mind all day long, not even the silent exhaustion hidden deep inside your spirit. The shepherd understands all of it completely, and still, his presence remains calm, steady, gentle. You do not need to pretend to be stronger than you truly feel tonight. You do not need to hide the tiredness inside your heart. The shepherd already sees every hidden burden, the pressure you rarely talk about, the stress you quietly carry through the day, the worries that grow louder whenever the world around you becomes silent. And maybe lately, fear has been stealing your peace little by little. Fear about tomorrow, fear about your future, fear that things may never fully become okay again. Perhaps your mind has felt trapped in endless thinking, always preparing, always worrying, always trying to stay one step ahead of every possible problem. And after a while, the soul grows tired from living that way. But tonight, the shepherd is gently inviting your weary spirit into something different, into stillness, into safety, into rest. So breathe deeply now. Take a slow and peaceful breath in, and gently breathe out every anxious thought. Again, slowly in and softly out. Feel the tension inside your body beginning to loosen. Feel the heaviness inside your chest becoming lighter little by little. The shepherd is calming your heart tonight. Even now, while your eyes grow heavier and your thoughts begin slowing down, his presence remains wrapped around you like a peaceful shelter in the darkness. Safe enough for your soul to finally rest. There are some fears people carry for so long that they begin believing fear is simply part of who they are. But fear was never meant to rule your heart. The shepherd's peace is stronger than overthinking, stronger than anxiety, stronger than every restless thought trying to keep you awake tonight. So let your mind become still beside him. You do not have to solve every problem before morning comes. You do not need every answer tonight. Some things can safely rest in the shepherd's hands until tomorrow. And maybe someone listening tonight truly needed permission to stop striving for a little while, to stop carrying everything alone, to stop fighting every fearful thought in silence. If that is you, remain here in this peaceful moment a little longer. The shepherd is not rushing you. He walks slowly with weary souls, patiently, tenderly, lovingly. And while you rest here beside him, something inside you slowly begins changing. The racing thoughts begin quieting. The pressure inside your chest begins easing. The fear that once felt overwhelming begins losing its voice, because peace is becoming stronger now. The shepherd is restoring calmness to places inside you that have felt unsettled for far too long. Notice how peaceful the night feels around you now. The gentle movement of the wind through the grass, the soft silence stretching across the fields, the quiet glow of the stars above you. Everything feels slower here, gentler here, safer here, and through every quiet moment of the night, the shepherd continues watching over you. Not for a single second are you forgotten. Not for a single moment are you abandoned. Even in the nights when you felt completely alone, the shepherd remained near, watching, protecting. So let your breathing slow even more now. Let your shoulders fully relax. Let your thoughts drift farther and farther away from stress and fear. You are safe here. Safe enough to close your eyes. Safe enough to release the weight you carried all day long. Safe enough to stop preparing for every possible problem tonight. The shepherd is already caring for tomorrow. This moment is simply for peace, simply for rest, simply for allowing your weary soul to settle deeply into stillness. And while the world around you grows quieter, while sleep slowly begins surrounding your mind, while calmness settles gently over your heart like soft rain in the night, the shepherd remains beside you. Closer than fear, closer than worry, closer than every anxious thought, leading you gently, patiently, lovingly into deep and peaceful rest. Tonight, goodness and mercy are still following you, even here in the quietness of this night. Even after difficult days, even after moments of fear and exhaustion, even after seasons where your heart felt overwhelmed and weary, the shepherd's goodness has not left you, and his mercy is still surrounding your life tonight. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a peaceful hillside beneath the deep blue glow of the night sky. The air is cool and calm. Gentle light stretches softly across the distant fields. Everything around you feels quiet, safe, and filled with stillness. And beside you, the shepherd remains near. Not far away, not distant from your pain. Close enough to comfort every tired place inside your soul. Sometimes, people become so focused on their worries that they forget how much grace has already carried them through life. There were moments you thought would completely break you, yet somehow you survived them. There were nights you believed peace would never return, yet here you are, still breathing beneath the quiet stars tonight. The shepherd has carried you farther than you realize, even through seasons when you felt weak, even through moments when your faith felt small, even through nights when fear seemed louder than hope. The shepherd remained faithful. And tonight, he is reminding your heart that goodness and mercy are still walking beside you into tomorrow. So breathe slowly now. Take a deep and peaceful breath in, and softly breathe out every remaining fear. Again, slowly in and gently out. Feel your body sinking deeper into rest. Feel your thoughts becoming softer and quieter. The shepherd is surrounding your soul with peace tonight. Maybe lately your heart has focused more on what could go wrong than on the quiet ways you have already been protected. That happens when people grow tired. Fear becomes louder, worry becomes heavier, and peace can begin feeling far away. But tonight, the shepherd is gently turning your eyes away from fear and back toward peace. You are still being guided, still being watched over, still being cared for with tenderness. Even now, while the world sleeps around you, heaven continues holding your life carefully in loving hands. Nothing about your future is abandoned. Nothing about your story is forgotten. The shepherd already stands in every tomorrow you fear. And because of that, you can finally let your soul rest tonight. You do not need to carry every burden anymore. You do not need to stay trapped in endless overthinking. You do not need to keep preparing your heart for disaster. The shepherd's mercy is greater than your fear, and his goodness is still following you through every season of life. Maybe someone listening tonight truly needed to hear that. Maybe your soul has quietly become exhausted from expecting disappointment, always wondering when the next hardship will arrive, always feeling unable to fully relax because your heart stayed guarded for too long. But tonight, the shepherd is gently teaching your spirit how to feel safe again, safe enough to rest, safe enough to trust, safe enough to stop fighting every fearful thought before sleep. So let your shoulders soften once more. Let your breathing become slower. Let the tension inside your chest finally begin melting away. The shepherd remains close beside you, patient, steady, faithful. And while your eyes grow heavier now, while your thoughts drift farther away from stress and anxiety, his goodness continues surrounding you like soft light in the darkness. You are not walking into tomorrow alone. Mercy is already waiting there for you. Peace is already waiting there for you. The shepherd is already waiting there for you. So tonight, allow yourself to rest deeply in that promise. Rest without fear. Rest without striving. Rest knowing you are being lovingly watched over even now. And as the quiet night settles gently around you, as your breathing slows, as calmness fills every tired corner of your soul, the shepherd remains awake, watching over your life with perfect care, guiding your future with wisdom, and leading your weary heart gently into deep, peaceful, and healing sleep. Tonight, your soul can finally rest in peace. The long day is over now. The noise has faded. The rushing has slowed. And here, in the quiet stillness of this night, the shepherd is still watching over you. You made it through another day, through every worry, every burden, every silent battle nobody else fully saw. And now, you no longer need to carry any of it alone. The shepherd is near. Imagine yourself resting peacefully beneath the calm night sky. The stars above shine softly across the darkness. A gentle breeze moves quietly through the fields around you. Everything feels still, safe, protected. And beside you, the shepherd remains close, steady, faithful, full of peace. There is nothing you need to prove tonight, nothing you need to solve before morning comes. Nothing you need to fear while resting in the shepherd's care. So breathe slowly now. Take a deep and peaceful breath in and softly breathe out every remaining burden. Again, slowly in and gently out. Feel your body becoming heavier with rest. Feel your thoughts drifting farther away from stress and anxiety. The shepherd is calming every weary place inside your soul tonight. And maybe, deep inside, your heart has been longing for this kind of peace for a very long time. A peace that does not disappear when life becomes difficult. A peace that remains steady through uncertainty. A peace that gently reminds your soul that you are never truly alone. That peace is here now. The shepherd has walked beside you through every valley, through fear, through exhaustion, through uncertainty, through nights when your heart quietly felt overwhelmed. And through it all, he never abandoned you. Not once. Even when you could not feel his presence clearly, he was still guiding you. Even when your strength felt weak, he continued carrying you forward. Even tonight, while the world sleeps around you, the shepherd remains awake, watching over your life with tenderness, protecting you with perfect care, preparing peace for tomorrow before you even arrive there. So let your soul rest deeply now. Rest without fear. Rest without striving. Rest knowing you are safely held tonight. And if your heart is feeling calmer now, if these peaceful moments helped bring rest to your spirit tonight, stay here a little longer beside the shepherd. Allow this peace to settle deeply into your heart. And whenever life feels heavy again, return to this quiet place of rest. The shepherd will still be here, still guiding, still protecting, still bringing peace to weary souls. So close your eyes now. Let the calmness of this night gently carry you into sleep. Let every anxious thought grow quiet. Let every burden slowly fade into stillness. You are safe tonight. You are being watched over tonight. And you are not alone. The shepherd remains near, watching, protecting, loving, and leading your soul gently into deep, peaceful, healing rest. Sleep peacefully now, and may goodness, mercy, and peace remain with you through the night ahead. If this peaceful journey brought comfort to your heart tonight, you can return here again whenever your soul needs rest. And as you drift gently into sleep, remember this: the shepherd never stops watching over you.